Hey everyone, it's Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty. Today in this vlog, we are going to design and knit a sweater all by our very selves. Okay, not really. We're gonna use an app called Bellish. Check it out. So let me tell you a little bit about Bellish. Bellish is this incredible free app that helps you design whatever you want. So it doesn't matter if you're not a designer, you can get on there and you can design a sweater or a hat or socks, and they're adding new things and new features every single day. So for me, somebody who has experience in design but is afraid of designing sweaters, it's perfect because I can literally go there, put in the different specifications that I want, and I can create a sweater on my own. And then when I'm done choosing all the different options, it spits out this easy to read pattern for me to follow. So I'm gonna take you through the entire process, but the link for Bellish is down in my description box. So go ahead and click on that and download it so you can be going through things with me. When I first downloaded it, I played with it for half an hour, just making different combinations. And the pattern that you helped me create on Instagram is actually gonna be posted to the Bellish website. So even if you don't have an iPhone, because as of right now, Bellish is for iOS, you can go to Bellish's website and you can play with stuff on there. You can download the pattern that we created together and make the same sweater. Okay, let's open up Bellish and see what it looks like. All right, here it is right here. It's this cute little pink bee. It's adorable. Am I enjoying Bellish? Of course I am. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a new design. I'm gonna click here on the bottom, start a new design. And today we're going to be designing a sweater together. I actually asked on Instagram all of these different little things and you guys picked and designed this sweater. So who knows what we're gonna get, right? I let you do it. I put it in your hands and we've designed this sweater together, so I'm really excited. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and choose for toddlers because I'm gonna make a little baby sweater here. And we're gonna do the pullover, the toddler's drop sweater. Now you can see across the top, it's giving us all these different options. So we're just gonna go ahead and click on the second thing. We're gonna do a full length sweater, but of course we could have chosen short or sleeveless. For the neck, I didn't change anything. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna do a crew neck. Yeah, let's do a crew neck. Because you can see I've got some different options here, but I'm gonna keep it with crew. I really like the way that looks on a baby. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next thing, which is our embellishments. Bellish, which is where that comes from, embellishment, is adding new things every single day. But you guys on Instagram chose for me color block 2. And you can see right now that the options are grayed out, but that's because we're gonna get to actually pick some colors here in just a second. All right, let's go to the next part, which is the yarn. So I think for a baby, I'm gonna do a DK weight, but you could see there's plenty of different options from worsted all the way down to fingering weight, which is just lovely. You can pick something you have in your stash. I'm gonna do DK weight. I only need 280 yards, that's great. 22 stitches with a US 6 needle. Okay, so now let's choose the size. I'm just gonna make the smallest one, the 0 to 6 month size, but you can see it gives you right away the different schematics. So if you're choosing for yourself, you can look at those measurements and say, hey, is this gonna fit me? Love that. Okay, last part here is color. Again, you guys helped me choose this. You voted on Instagram for different colors. I kind of put together traditionally girls colors and traditionally boys colors. But honestly, both combinations were really, really fun. And I'm so surprised everyone picked the blue and green combination. It's like you're trying to make me get out of my comfort zone. So you can actually go in and make a specific color. You could even use a hex code if you know exactly what color that you want, just to see how it would look. But I kind of just went with general with different blues and greens here and just chose the different colors that I wanted to put together. And it was fun because you can just kind of play around with it. What do we want it to look like? And choose those different colors. I think that's going to look really, really nice. Okay, now here's the really cool part. The last thing we can do actually there's two more things. This is so cool. So I actually did this. I went through and I went to buy yarn, but before you go to buy yarn, make sure to check on the materials and see what you need. So I just clicked on materials and I'm looking through, and this has all of my different details about the pattern. But if you look at the top and go over to supplies, it tells you exactly what you're going to need for your main color, your contrast color, and my contrast color too, and then the needles that I'm going to need as well. You can see the two different sizes because I'm going to be doing some ribbing. So that's really great. Okay, if I go back, I'm going to click on buy yarn. And I like doing this because Bellish is a free app, and buying yarn through them actually helps them to earn a little bit of money. So these different places are affiliated with Bellish, and I already knew I was gonna head over to Knit Picks and get my yarn anyway. So when I saw Knit Picks yarn here affiliated with Bellish, I was like, that's great. I can help out this app, and I can also get exactly what I was looking for anyway. So it already knows that I am doing DK weight, so I can look through at these different yarns that they have recommended for me. I'm going to be using the Swish DK, which is a superwash merino. It's super, super soft. I haven't worked with it before, but I've like felt it before, so I went ahead and went to that, and then I could pick out my yarn. So I have already ordered my yarn here with Bellish, so now I just have to wait for it to come in. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna close out. I had already purchased the yarn, but let's do the last part, which is right here, this yellow button, generate pattern instructions. Here is our design. It's literally a pattern written up for us, the whole thing, okay? And again, this is gonna be on the Bellish website if you wanna go there and follow along. It might be a little easier than like having to choose all those options that I did. But again, play around with this yourself. It's so much fun. So I'm gonna click on Start Knitting. I'm gonna name this design, what should we call it? I don't know, the Love and Stitches, Easy Baby, Easy Baby Pullover. How about that? That'll work, right? Okay, save. All right. Now I can just follow my pattern so easily. The details are at the top if I needed to review any of those things again, but then I can just move through the pattern. It even has little like row markers for me and everything. So, okay, I'm all set up. My yarn is ordered, and now we just wait for it to come in. I'm taking you through this whole process, so let's go ahead and magically go to another day. My yarn has arrived. Okay, let's take it out and look. Oh my gosh, beauties. Okay, so I got the Swish DK weight yarn. Oh, it is soft, soft, soft. There's 123 yards and 50 grams. This is great for, you know, a baby sweater. It's 100% fine superwash merino wool. Oh, so nice. This color right here is called Marina. And then I've got this beautiful navy color called Dusk. And the Marina is going to be my main color. I got 3 of them, although I might only need 2. We'll see. And then my final color, got squished in there, is called Peapod. I think that's pretty cute, but that's pretty close, right, to the different, like the colors that I chose online. Oh, I cannot wait to knit this up. Okay, so here is the order that I'm doing. We've got, this is the main. It's gonna be like the top, the sleeve and everything. And then that will be the band in the middle. And then this will be my bottom color. So I think that's gonna be really fun and cute. Okay, we've got some fun things going on. It's a Saturday. We're going to a Mets baseball game. So I wanna go ahead and get this thing cast on so I can bring it with me to the game. And I'm gonna open up my Bellish app here since it's been a little bit, a few days. Oh, look, there's my sweater pattern right there at the very top. I'm just gonna click on that and boom, ready to go. Get my first color, cast on 120 stitches with a US 5 needle. Since it's a sweater for a baby that I'm just making, not a particular baby, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and like cast on and not swatch and go for it because I should have plenty of yarn. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. So I should think, since I'm gonna start with 120 stitches for the body, which I'm really glad, I was reading through the pattern and I was thinking it would be from the top down because, sorry, there's a lot of traffic. There's so much traffic, it's like 2 o'clock on a Saturday. Anyway, I was thinking it would be from the top down because that's how I make most of my sweaters. And I was like, oh, 120 stitches. That's the body. This is gonna be the tiniest, sweetest little thing. So I've just got my two 16-inch needles, a 5 and a 6, because I'm doing ribbing on the smaller needles, and then the body will be on a 6. And I've got all my yarn here. So I'm gonna actually be starting with the green for the bottom, and then the blue, and then a little bit of the main color before I split for the sleeves. So I think I'll bring these with me to the baseball game with my small circular needles, and then when I get back, I can transition onto my 24s to work back and forth for the top and everything. So yay, I can't wait to cast this on. I think it's gonna be such a quick, sweet little knit. I haven't knit with DK wet yarn in a while, so it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. I was midway through casting on, and I think I realized that I might be able to use 24-inch needles, which is for me much more comfortable because the needle shaft is longer. So I'm gonna get those prepared and bring them with me. We're about to walk out the door. So you might see me switch from the 16s to the 24s. Fingers crossed that will work out. Here's a little progress for the day. I just switched over to the larger needles when we were on the subway back from the baseball game. I didn't do a lot at the game actually because it was so hot. We ended up walking around so we could kind of be in the shade and stuff, but we're about to sit down and watch Ted Lasso, which I've heard is really, really good. Order some Chinese food and just relax for the night. So hopefully I can at least get into my second color here, which is the navy. So I've got 2 inches to go on this part. Lots of shadows. 2 inches to go past the ribbing, and then I get to go into the navy. And then we're gonna keep on trucking through tomorrow. It's gonna be a big knitting day. Good morning. Okay, I'm about to have my little 30 minutes in bed reading, knitting routine. You can probably hear Toaster eating his breakfast too. I've got oatmeal and coffee that I can't wait to get into. But I am just about to add the second color. I've got one more row and then I'm gonna add the second color. And since it's a Sunday, I thought maybe I will just knit and read in bed for an hour instead of 30 minutes. So I might be able to get a lot done here this morning, but I've got the second color here with me. The, what's it called? dusk. So I think it's gonna look really nice when I add it into the sweater. Toaster, are you having a nice little Sunday? Okay, I am ready to add in the third color, and at the same time I'm going to be splitting for the front and back. I can't believe it. It's almost like a little baby crop top. It's so small, so adorable. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've been loving following along the pattern on my phone. It really does make things so easy. So I don't know, you know, this is a pretty simple pattern, but still it's so nice. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hit this little arrow. Yeah, I'm definitely not left-handed. Here we go. Hit the arrow down so I can go to the next round to divide for the sleeves with my main color. I'm really excited. It's going so fast. It's so cute. I have been reading and hanging out here on the bed next to some laundry, just having a nice lazy Sunday, reading my Knitting Murder Mysteries and knitting my cute little baby sweater. So now that I'm going to be working the fronts and backs, the front and back separately, so you can see I've got like one row there. What I like to do is not put my stitches on waste yarn because I think that that's like a lot harder to come back and pick up the stitches later. So what I'm going to do, since I have interchangeable needles and I don't have extra needle tips, shh. People are being so loud outside. I have got another cord, another 24-inch cord. So I'm going to take off one of the needle tips here, put it on this cord, and that's what I'm going to use to go back across here. And then that will leave this current cord hanging out on the, where like as waste yarn. And then I'll use my little stoppers here to put them on there. So then basically the stitches I'm not working are going to be on a needle cord. So it'll be really easy to go back and get them, add the needle tips to them when I need to work those stitches, and they will just hang out and I will be working back and forth on same needles, but a new cord to do the front. So hopefully that makes sense. It might be something you've done a million times, but I just found like when I started using interchangeable needles that I loved being able to just adapt things like that. So yeah, I'm about to turn around, work back this way, so I no longer need this cord, so I'm going to switch things out. Just finished working back across, so now I am on 2 needles here, or 2 cords, like split in half. So now I just need to take, see, this one's going to be waste yarn where I don't have my main color yet. I just need to take the other needle tip from here, put it onto this side, and cap this, and I will have 2 separated pieces. And I've got only 1.5 inches to do for the front. It's so small. I can't even imagine being that small. I love that the pattern says to end after a wrong side row, ready to begin the right side. Because how many times in a pattern does it say end with the wrong side row or end with the right side row or with the right side facing, and you second guess yourself? You're like, wait, does that mean I work the wrong side row? Or does that mean I'm ready to work a wrong side row? I love that it has that clarification in there. That's super helpful. So I'm gonna try to whip through this little part, and so then I can get on to the back. I'd like to finish up the body tonight. That's my goal. Good morning. Okay, real quick, because I just got into a Zoom class here, I wanted to show you my progress from yesterday. I got really tired last night. I had some work to do too. So I got as far as I could on the front before I start to do break it off for the right and left fronts. So I'm gonna do that this morning, but because I wanted to keep knitting, but I didn't want to go on to doing the part that's different yet, I put the front on, I switched the needles. I put the front on the little ends and I picked up the back. I joined in a second ball of yarn and I started working the back so that I could still get more done. So yeah, now I'm gonna switch that back again. I love interchangeable needles for this reason. I'm gonna put my needles back on the front. I've still got, yarn attached to the front, and I am going to start working this part where you divide for each of the different sides to kind of make that shaping for the front. And what I like to do here is, instead of slipping, because basically what you're going to do is you're going to work sections of each and bind off in the middle. And instead of putting these on another needle or an actual stitch marker, I just leave them on the cord and I don't knit them. I just hang out with them there, leave them alone, and work on the other side, and then I come back and get that one. So I'll show you what I mean. All right, here I am ready now to just work on the one side. You saw me do the bind off and everything. So this right here, this is the stitches that I would put on hold, except I'm not going to because I don't really need to. I'm just gonna let them hang out on the cord of my working needle here while I just work back and forth on these. You can kind of think of it like a sock when you're doing magic loop and you're leaving those instep stitches alone and you just work back and forth on the heel. That's what I'm gonna be doing, except they're side by side instead of front and back. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, work on this front and then this front and then finish the back and put it all together and do some sleeves. It's gonna be adorable. Oh, I also wanted to show you, because for the shoulder, we're gonna be working 20 rows. There is a row counter built right into Bellish. It's at the bottom. It's little cute tally marks. You just click on that and then you can count your rows. There's actually 2 counters here if you're doing multiple things, but we just need one to count our rows, and then you can hit reset on it. So I'm gonna be using that. It looks like you could even make more counters, as many as you need, which is super nice for when you're doing multiple things, like if you're doing a cable chart and decreases at the same time. I love that. Oh wait, I just noticed we can edit if we click the pencil. It looks like we can edit the name of the counter. So I can just put for this decreases, because that's all we're doing. But if you had multiple things, you could change the name. I love that. check this out. It's starting to actually look like a little baby sweater now. I'm standing up at my desk and editing a video for later this week, but oh my goodness, look at it. Okay, so I'm hacking the pattern just a little bit. So the pattern wanted you to bind off at the top of each of these like front pieces. Now I'm working the back, which will just go like straight up to meet it. And I counted my rows, so I know exactly how many I need to do here. Oh, that's so cute. So instead of doing that, here's a trick that I learned. You can do a 3 needle bind off if you leave your shoulder stitches live. I like doing the 3 needle bind off because it creates a nice like solid seam instead of just like grafting them together. So I'll show you when I do that. You do need a 3rd needle, hence the name 3 needle bind off, but we can add one on there, probably a smaller one. So I'm just gonna keep editing my video, look, editing my video and working on this, and then I will meet you back here for our 3 needle bind off. All right, I'm ready to do the bind off at the top. It's gonna be so cute. Okay, so in order to do this 3 needle bind off, I need to arrange my needles yet again. So I'm gonna be taking 1 needle tip off. Actually, no, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use this one as the bind off, slide that one onto here, and then I just need to attach another needle. So it doesn't matter for the one that's the like resting needle, not the active bind off needle, if it's not the same size, as long as it's like a little smaller. So I'm just gonna attach a smaller one on here. And then whenever you do the 3 needle bind off, make sure you're doing it on the wrong side because you will get that bind off selvage, but it's gonna look so good. It's done. It's so adorable. Okay, I have a few little toaster hairs in there, but look at it. Oh, it's so cute. I haven't made anything with DK weight yarn in so long, and this knit up so fast. I think it's probably plenty big for a baby to wear for a long time. We did it, you guys. We designed a sweater together. Wasn't that so fun? Honestly, I'm just encouraged to go make some more things on the Bellish app and like design my own sweaters. Like the next time I need to make another little baby gift or something, or maybe even try something for myself. It was just like the process was so great and quick and easy to follow through. It's like everything you need all in one. I just loved it. So adorable. I'll have all the details on the sweater linked down below, and it may take a couple of days, but we're gonna get the pattern available for anyone to work through, or you can just follow along and do the same things that I did at the beginning of this video to get this pattern. I think it turned out so super great. The link to the Bellish app is also down in the description box, so go check it out. I promise you're gonna like block off some time because you're gonna have fun just like playing through the different patterns and designs. It's so much fun to do it. Anyway, tomorrow I have a special announcement that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I will say it has nothing to do with me making a baby sweater, so no ideas here. But be sure to check that out on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a podcast. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.